Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here, and happy Suebi Day. That's right, the Suebi were announced as the next playable faction for Rome 2, and they were a Germanic faction. And one of its most famous commanders would be Ariovistus, and I chose that name for this battle here. And I'm going to be doing an online commentary video against another guy, and I'll tell you what his name is in a second. I forgot what it is. Anyways, this is the Battle of Vesontio, fought in 58 BC between Julius Caesar and Ariovistus. And this battle occurred after Caesar had basically pacified the Helvetii. And it was around this time the Germans, under Ariovistus, were crossing the Rhine whenever they pleased, and they were raiding Gallic territory. So the Aedui, who were a Gallic tribe, they were asking Caesar for help. Caesar said, yes, we will definitely help you. And Caesar was just using this as a pretext to fight some more, basically. So Caesar sent an envoy to Ariovistus saying, hey, we need to meet, and we need to talk about what's going on here. And Ariovistus dismissed Caesar's envoy. He says, if you want to talk to me, then you got to come here in person. And then Caesar got a little upset, and he told the Germanic people, hey, you know what? I demand all of the Aedui prisoners. I want them back, and you guys will no longer cross the Rhine. And then Ariovistus sent this reply back. He says, hey, we're just doing exactly what you Romans are doing, basically. And if you really want to fight, we can, but let it be known that no one's ever defeated Ariovistus. So that set up the stage for this conflict between Ariovistus and Julius Caesar. And my opponent, his name is Thunder Lizard 2. We're going to reenact Julius Caesar meeting with Ariovistus. And Ariovistus set this meeting up just between Cav, because he knew that Roman Cav was kind of indifferent, as JSC Fuller says. So Caesar, he could not trust his Gallic Cav at this time, so he mounted his 10th Legion on horseback so that he could meet Ariovistus. And while they were meeting, Caesar got word that there were some Germanic troops throwing stones at his men, so Caesar broke off the engagement, or he broke off the parley, and he ran back to his men telling them, hey, do not engage the Germans. I don't want them having an excuse saying that we attacked them first. So he told his men to get away from there. But in any case, these guys came to fight each other, but Ariovistus was trying to avoid combat until the full moon, because his seers were telling him that nothing good will come until there was a full moon. So he was avoiding combat. Caesar, however, found out about this, so he marched towards the Germanic camp, and he forced the Germans to come out and fight. So Ariovistus had no chance. He had no choice but to come out and fight. Anyways, the way the Suebi fight, the way they fought, they had a lot of cav. They had about 6,000 cav at this battle, and they had light infantry who fought alongside their cav. They would actually run alongside their cav and intermingle with their cav to fight. It kind of confused the Gallic cav at first. Only initially, though. And by the way, the Roman cav here represent the Gallic cav of Caesar. And in the actual battle, Caesar formed his troops into 3 lines, not one solid line like this. Anyways, let's talk about this battle, the one I'm engaging in. I brought up my skirmishers. I separated them from the cav. So this guy's going in for a Gallic charge. So my guys race up here to discourage those cav from charging my skirmishers. And I was able to take out some horses. It's kind of funny, before this battle, the Romans were starting to panic. They got word that these Germans were supermen, and there was a lot of loss of morale until Caesar scolded his men. He says, hey, remember Marius, how he fought the Cimbrii and the Teutones? And remember that we fought the Helvetii, who have constantly beaten the Germans? And he says, tell you what, I'm going to go all the way out and fight this guy with a 10th Legion. And if you guys want to come along, sure you can. And in that manner, he was able to shame his men into not being cowards again. Anyways, my opponent was able to kill some of my skirmisher warbands here. Actually, both of them. So they're going to retreat back to the camp here. Alright. So without my skirmish screen, I am in danger against these early legionary cohorts, because these guys carry Pila, which is not a good thing for phalanx type units. So the Germans, or the Suebi, outnumbered the Romans significantly at this battle. There were about 50,000 Suebi troops compared to the 30,000 Roman troops that were arrayed at this battle. And here comes that dreaded Pila storm. And I kind of botched this up. Anyways, I got my screeching women calling for support here, urging the men to fight like men. So this guy's gonna use flexibility to take out my phalanx. So I'm getting hacked here. So I'm gonna call out my Germanic cav. And I'm gonna smack these guys from the flanks. And the Germanic cav at this time were very, very excellent. But Caesar had his Gallic cav to counter them. Anyhow, look at that. I was able to smash that legionary cohort unit, luckily. And here is the Roman general. This is Julius Caesar himself. And by the way, in the historical battle, commanding the left side of the Roman line was Publius Licinius Crassus. That was the famous son of Crassus, who well, actually they both perished at Carrhae. But here is the action up here. Caesar's launching some counter flank attacks against me, and I'm launching my own barbarian cav, my barbarian noble cav, to hit Caesar. All kinds of furious action here. Look at this. My spear warband are in danger of losing over here. These are auxilia. But here we routed Caesar. Oh my gosh.
Any of our warriors would die rather than run.
There's a pretty furious battle here. In the center here, I'm getting surrounded by this Roman cav. And this guy gets another charge here on the backs of my spear warband. And my guys rout there. It's a very desperate battle on both wings here. Much like the actual battle. Like, Caesar noticed that the German left was kind of weaker, so he concentrated his force on the German left. And there's a mass rout of Roman troops. And then the Germanic army was having a lot of success on the Roman left as well. But that's where Crassus was. And on his own initiative, he was able to reinforce the Roman left. He checked the Germanic attack, and then he completely destroyed the Germanic attack. And what followed was a huge rout of the Germanic army of Ariovistus. But yeah, this fight's pretty close, as you can see here. My cav has been drained, but Ariovistus is still alive. There he is. He's going to try to hammer and ammo strike these legionnaires, but there's only 5 horsemen in there, so I want to get them out. Losing Ariovistus at this point would be very, very costly, because I am using a barbarian faction here. And this guy still has his general unit, and he smacks my warbands over there. So he's winning on this side. So I brought these guys a little too late. Like, I was running them the entire time, but they didn't make it, unfortunately. But I'm going to put them in their, make them draw out their spears. Now I have to bring out my screeching women, because their men weren't fighting like men, so these women have to save the day here. I send some cav. That's Ariovistus to ward off these archer auxilia. I lose a horseman there, so I want to get out as fast as possible. But these screeching women caused a rout. Look at that. That's incredible. The archer auxilia still live, though. But there we kill Caesar.
Now he can drink with his ancestors and watch his warriors flee.
And here's a more Ariovistus action here. So the Legionnaires are winning on this side. And I'm trying to keep my men nearby, my general nearby, just to inspire my troops. But luckily, I caused some damage over here. And I managed to silence these Archer Auxilia for the meantime with my Skirmisher Warband. So Skirmisher versus Skirmisher in melee combat. But he routs those guys. These Archer Auxilia are pretty tough. But here, I got the last proper Roman unit surrounded. And I got my Screeching Women helping out again. I didn't really expect the Screeching Women to be decisive in this battle. But you have to use all your resources. Meanwhile, I'm getting shot from behind by those Archer Auxilia. And finally they break. There's a lot of dead Suebi warriors here. See this? So I'm gonna blitz this guy. Ancient Blitzkrieg here. We're gonna charge the Archer Auxilia. They're gonna try to run. But my Screeching Women are the first ones into combat. They stop them from running. And these archers are going to brave their ground here. They're gonna hold their ground. Here comes Ariovistus. Yeah, I didn't want to be too careless with my general, just because this is a barbarian faction. It's chaotic when you lose your general in this kind of fight.
No matter how close, the dead lie all around, but you have prevailed.
So yeah, as you can see, it was a close battle. Like my Roman opponent, Thunder Lizard, who was playing Caesar, slaughtered tons of my Suebi warriors. But in the end, the Suebi managed to halt Roman aggression in Gaul, so we can continue to cross the Rhine as we please. But historically speaking, after this battle at Vesontio, the Suebi were never able to cross the Rhine again while Caesar was there, and Ariovistus was humbled. But if you think about it, Ariovistus was doing the exact same thing that Caesar was doing, and I think Caesar knew that. But might does make right in this time. And Caesar was definitely one of the mightiest, and he fought a lot of mighty opponents, such as Ariovistus, Vercingetorix, Pompey. He fought a lot. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Or a good game to Thunder Lizard 2, and happy Suebi Day to everybody. And hope you guys are looking forward to Rome 2 Total War.